So, I don't know Kasamami.
Gary, good morning.
Morning.
Na minya me gidi se bibia boko.
Nyame adom.
We dey straightforward. Gary, yeah bochan ewa Africa. Now so once again, Ghana as a mine yeah missing from the Chan tournament, you know. Ediana you're missing out our Chan no ekafa the quality of your league a ball Ghana. And the quality of players are omubo ewe local league nim.
Edi kan say I was here said the Omo constitute Chan tournament because Chan said that I mean you need players from your local league and the FS thing. For example, if you about Ghana Premier League, that's your players now Omo Hano. They are not the best material, and you say and yet your players now are currently. And your money the best that Ghana can offer from the local league. Obviously, we cannot be at the tournament. For example, remember recent example from the last 2 days. Ghana Premier League this year, you have 9 matches. Your top scorer, I share 8 goals. Let's say, they said 3 days ago, you see, you go to Tunisia. Into say, but say, Ochna, you could Chan qualifier, and I say, you qualify for Chan in Poa. All of a sudden, your best player between actually goals and mine based on the statistics over the Ghana Premier League anymore. That is the first issue. And a frequent argument all around Africa, they are having the same debate to say more so. And first of all, yes, we better say, oh, Chan Ghana Anko, this one, Ghana Anko, the last one, so it's a league name yet. And yet 100% accurate. I understand what you are saying from the journalistic point of view. So now, okay, also mean from a journalistic point of view. If I want to do it as an ordinary fan, I see a different question. But from a journalistic point of view, I also see a fact and the way things are. This is a big problem because also teams like some of the favorites, you say DR Congo a favorite, Morocco a favorite. DR Congo a favorite because they barely export their best players outside the country. Barely. The players in the DRC Premier League now are more about top 4 teams, for example, AS Vita, TP Mazembe, and those teams. No, they rarely go out because into Tanzania League and some other league against me because the form. Ama a Chan qualifier and I say Chan tournament are your best players. You can say the same for Cameroon. Osha Cameroon team now, some of the players have even gone to France and come back. In the experience now more no. Osha Mali for our left back now. Obo Mali, Eko Bo Tunisia, Eko I think France second division, and he has come back to Mali. What he has here. You cannot compare any Ghana player right now in the Ghana Premier League to such a player. Because he intimidates now also be a Sudidi. Ubia so I was say Obobo, I was so Obobo, that's or person the shirt in the bush and for and I say or the year a year. To me, say, I mean, because of Channing, he wants to knock out the corner house and our father say Diana and I say Bediama and you're so I think that is the bigger issue we should look at. Yes, it may mean say your local football now in your home, but the bigger issue they say to me say your players, you am your best players because you can say you assemble a Chan team that allows Ghanaian players outside Ghana into the Ghana national team now can represent now. We could have a team I can say. Remember example. Say Ankachan no allow players based in Africa to be in our national team. We have John Entry in our team. And I'm we will have John Entry in our team.
Yeah, you can John Entry, you can Richard Ofori, you can other players or yes, or Musi account the African continent for different clubs.
Your players are more North African. We'll have about 3 or 4. Then you can go to Tanzania. Your boy be a friend of Steven Say. Or she goes left, right, and center for Namungo. He doesn't even play for Simba or Yanga. Obama Namungo, I'm a 4th or 5th the last time I checked. They were Tanzanian Premier League, but some more Confederations Cup. But she said 2 goals or 3 goals or something like that. So we have players that could have done that. But the problem is that young fan say Anka ene 20th January I qualify for Chan. You see Anka Chan here next month, end of next month. Between 20th January and 20th February, no. Between you and me, no, we in past at least 3 or 4 or 5 of that team are qualify for Chan. No. Omobeko Abuchi, and Omobeko Amanoni. And so that is the bigger problem. In Anka Yoko Chan in Boa, I can guarantee you, say, beyond first round, Ankayenko, because the players we will take to the channel, it's likely say they will not be the same strong players who qualify for the tournament.
Gary, Obibo Busa said, doesn't it come back to the same issue? Because Chani Ayaka wants me under the same format. Ghana has been there before. Yabo in the finals before. And all of a sudden, we are not able to make it. And Gary is raising the issue, so player exodus na that player exodus, all the factors here we're raising, doesn't it come back to the quality of your league? Because if you don't have your quality of players staying in the league, then obviously the quality of your league keeps going down.
Of course. And then it comes down to, I don't know whether the question is the quality of the league, or the league may be quality, but what about, I don't think it's the correct choice of words, but I don't think that it's not the league that is quality, because if the league is not quality, we will not consistently produce players for scouts to come and take away. So the league is good, but how well are we able to keep the players? So let me give you a European example. Dutch league, Belgian league, League One, right now the League One has become known as a feeder league for the Premier League.
Exactly.
If any player, breakout star between the ages of 19 and 23 comes out of the French league, you can be sure that even a team relegated, England, between out of our player. Fofana, Leicester, example. You look at some of the players who came to Norwich last season and so on and so forth. From Spain, from the Dutch league, and so on and so forth. So it doesn't mean that the Ghana Premier League is not quality, because every week we watch matches. This season, I say we have improved our pitches crazy, as compared to some of the previous years. At least we have 5 teams playing at the Accra Sports Stadium, which is not world class all the time, but at least the surface is decent, as compared to some of the things. We have the Camp Park, Bechem Park. We see how well they keep it, and a few of the other places. When our players go there, Chairman, you see the kind of quality they display. So it is not that we don't have quality. It is that when our players have to go to the next level, and Anka, if we have decent players, what will be required for them to go to the next level? And they say, Anka, in my opinion, they will compete in Africa. They will compete in the Confederations Cup, Champions League, or in a CHAN tournament. When they go to a CHAN tournament, we bring them back, and the kind of experience they bring to the Ghana Premier League, you see that there will be different players. But we are not able to do that. So I don't think it's a question of quality, no. Because if that is the case, then we can say that some of the other leagues in Africa that are also very good are not quality because they have a player exodus problem.
Gary, your last issue on this channel, the strong campaign for local content, our senior national team, the Blasters. Yeah. Now, there are school of thought or say, now say if your players no do omoya adia no intimate na nche na omo betu kwan a na say omo maka o system no so enye good enough to even qualify us for CHAN any adia. Then how then do we make a case for these same players say your senior national team proper na nkasa mukra no yem from how does this dynamics weaken those who strongly campaign say anytime Bianca be collapse biano you must space for your local content and asking your local players no.
First of all, the senior national team is not a place for Jojefi Mchiao. It's not a place for Machai Makwe. A senior national team is not a place for that. The senior national team is for the best you have to offer. And because of the argument, and for the longest time, in my opinion, we insulted Ghana Premier League players because see a tournament be coach Mbeka say winning Ghana for the two main goalkeepers now, the third goalkeeper no. Find the best goalkeeper from the Ghana Premier League. Otoka Kotsina bench on just Kanekakra. Yefa defenders be 8, Yefa be 7. Me afa the most promising defender in the Ghana Premier League. Yesha attackers now. You select your best in Europe now. For shaggy reasons, here the Bakubia come from Ghana Premier League. Final squad the coach Naka say, I took 3 players from the Ghana Premier League. Meanwhile, we all know say Ombobi. And also so people be cry in previous years in the last decade. You could detail that. So we need to. So I give no na your Ghana Premier League players no ebebo. And I say you share Equatorial Guinea before 1 be an ABBA. Then we bring the Ghana Premier League players to come and play the last 10 minutes. Me I can say when your experience will be. It's an insult to them. And I don't believe in the quota system for the national team because the national team is the place for our best players in the world to be. If we are saying say we want local content there, then they must qualify into the national team just like everybody else. I will say Omutumi a fight for the place. They say play BR. It is a who say Yaha Mohammed in your place national team. I know say Yahya Mohammed can start in place of Jordan Ayew and Obey to be deliver. I know he can start ahead of Abdul Majid Waris, Caleb Ekuban, and he can deliver. And yes, say Yahya Mohammed Eko. Now I couple last 5 minutes because of the Derby. Our players deserve better than that. That is my first answer to that. Secondly, if you say the representation of the Ghana Premier League, then we must make sure say players like Hans Kofi, Daniel Lomote, Kwame Poku, and Diewisi Taylor. These are the top 4 or 5 scorers in the Ghana Premier League.
Exactly.
At the moment. Good. We must make sure say all of us before Daniel Lomote is going to Tunisia, no. Penyimbi our Ghana Habeka say no. You will qualify a match. Say or qualify a match.
Yeah, against South Africa.
Yeah, then South Africa will qualify a match, 37th match or something like that, or 30th match or something like that. Before that day, we must make sure, say, you know what, because we want to sell Daniel Lomote more than what A.S. Suleiman, 100,000 and 200,000 million kotono. Because we want to sell him for $1 million now. Somebody in this country will say that, let's place a call to Wafa and tell them, say, Wafa, give me 10 games. We will come together, make sure that this boy goes to this club, or we will pay his salary to this extent so that he will stay. We are assuring you that in the next squad that is coming in March now, he will have a place in the team and we will give him game time. All the leagues that became as good as we have seen today, and your rocket science, and your magical, BBI, your plan. If you look at the English national team, the career of Phil Foden, from the time he was coming from the under 17s, look at Raheem Sterling. Who say, Aquano issues, or you consistent, no, I cut down. To say, just like he's been in the last month or so, with no penalty, no affair, no. His finishing can be suspect for 2 games, then he'll be good for 3 games. But Guardiola keeps fielding him. Because you can clearly see there's an agenda to push the English boys. Today, if you look at the young players in the English Premier League, some of the positions, they have so many players embarrassing. So we need here, right back. You see, our right backs, they have about 6 or 7 world-class right backs. So you have to get a plan. That Daniel Lomote going to Tunisia because it shouldn't happen. It should not happen. That boy should be at a club or the opinion for now more hand. They should be able to speak to Wafa. There should be some arrangements to ensure that boy stays here at least half a How long do we have to have a season, boss? About some 6 or 7 games, and I'm a
Yeah.
For the bigger agenda, what's it bring back the lamb? Who am I going to watch? So that is the bigger conversation, Minia. Let's try and keep the players here. Everything else will fall in place. Because if we keep the players here, we can market them well. Journalists will make noise about them. Their value will go up. They will go abroad. They will command bigger monies. They will now find the opportunity to come into the national team. Niamedibe Chasto, say, then Olamoti was on Joy News yesterday. But interview, no. So no. Yebisa, no, why are you leaving Wafa at this stage of the season? Because Wafa, they take care of you and everything. His answer was simple. He said, I want to play in the Black Stars. Simple. So our local players believe, say, no matter how good they are in this country, if they are here, they will never get a place in the national team. Then, Chairman, what are we doing? That is the main thing. Keep our players here. Give them the confidence that we can pay them here. And let our national team coaches also call them and let them play. That is it for me.
Gary, I'm not paying that's a power for your time on Nhyira. Any tea for you, that's it.
Yo, that's what it should be.
Okay, and I know,